Ashley Gilligan. And
Hello.
hello. Oh, well, no, we have a comment, but that's someone who commented on the reminder post, and now it's showing. So we don't have anybody on yet, but I am sure they will be here. Actually, I'm going to pull this up on my phone real quick because I think I can send little reminders. And be like, hey, where are y'all? Little reminders. All right. This is fun.
I know, I'm so excited, but my cat is like right here, about to walk in front of my camera. So if you see a
That's
tail,
okay.
that will be
okay. It's
okay,
all good. I'll invite Jason. I'll invite my husband. He's in my team group. I'm just going to invite everybody. Okay, not everybody, because eventually I'm just going to stop inviting people. But just click and invite.
Looks like we have one viewer.
What? One viewer. Hey, Mary Margaret. Hey, Carol. Okay, this is awesome. All right, we got 2 peeps, so that's enough for me to. Let's just get started. Okay, so before I introduce Ashley, I'm gonna do some quick recognition. Even though it's not Woohoo Wednesday, it's still Melina is the boss lady Monday, so I can do recognition today too. That's a real thing. Melina is the boss lady Monday. Let's get that hashtag started. Okay, so real quick, I'm just going to shout out everybody who has over $150 in SV for March. All right, Debbie Locklear, Jessica Gilbreth, Carol Hops, Mary Margaret Akers, Heidi Erdis, Melissa Key, Christy Udi, April Snyder, Vicki Everett, Veronica Leonard, Anna Punalis, Misty Linhart, and Tiffany Goins. Woohoo for y'all.
Good job, everyone.
I know. And
it's awesome.
I mean, that's a lot of peeps. I'm like really impressed because it's only the 20th?
Yep.
So I think that just goes to show you that the new spring summer catalog is amazing.
Yep.
Okay.
And the free shipping. That's the big one.
Yeah. Shipping is awesome. And my orders they haven't had a whole lot of processing time lately. Yeah. Like I placed an order and a day or 2 later, I'm getting a shipping notice. Now all my orders are light and I did say your last name correct, Heidi, because you told me how to say it. Okay. Sorry. I have been placing, I guess, lightweight orders so they get transferred to the post office, but that's another story for another day. Okay, so I'm going to introduce you guys to Ashley Gilligan. Some of you may recognize her from my super awesome Panama video. I did get a hat at Target yesterday. I should have put it on for you.
I should have worn it so they could recognize me. Darn.
Next time. Okay, so let me tell you about Miss Ashley. She joined Pink Zebra May 1st, 2015, and she promoted to manager October 31st, 2016. Happy Halloween. Yeah. Her highest personal sales volume is $1,650 in 1 month. That's awesome. I love your comment. You haven't earned any consistency or sponsoring awards, but do the badges by your name on the website count? Heck yeah, that's a big deal. So that means you've either sold over 1,000 in a month or you've had 2 new team members in a month. Those little awards are awesome because when you hover over them, they say top seller and top sponsor. So those are a big deal. Yeah. And then Ashley says her proudest accomplishment to date is definitely promoting to manager. And real quick, for anybody who does not know, we have never met in person before. But I guess Ashley saw me on YouTube, and then I saw Ashley on YouTube, and we became subscribers of each other's pages. And then I don't know, one day maybe I messaged her or she messaged, I don't remember, but one of us messaged the other one on Facebook. And now we're Facebook friends, and we've talked on the phone, and she's showing up in my video. And so I'm just really excited to have her here to talk to you guys about customer follow-up. You haven't heard me talk about it, but she's got some super awesome systems, and I just think it'd be a benefit, to you guys to hear. So if you have any questions, you can comment. Hey, Spring, you can post them, and when we get to a place where I can throw them on the screen, I will. But I'm just going to let you get started, and then we'll just see where the time takes.
And Melina, so far, I'm not able to see the comments that people are writing.
Okay.
So if there's a question, let me know, and then I'll know what it is.
Alrighty. We don't have anything yet.
Darn it. We need some questions.
Yeah. Well, do you want to just tell them real quick, because I've watched your YouTube video about customer follow-up. Maybe the system that you're using to follow up with your customers after a party or after they just place an order with you?
Definitely. I brought in all the stuff that I use in the video, so if you guys are not subscribed to me, you can see it over at my channel in full detail. But I brought in just the things that I use to follow up with my customers as far as my system, how I store everything and keep everything organized, as well as what I actually use. So the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is the thing that's most available to you. You don't have to be super creative to have this, because it is simply your pink zebra order form. You can order this in back office. I believe you get 50 for $5, right, Melina? Or is it 25?
No, I think it's 50. I will look it up just to confirm.
I'm pretty sure it is 50, but this is your best, thing to gather contact information from. And one of the things I hit on in my video that I find the most important when you are collecting customer information is get all their information, their email, their home address. That way you have it for future orders. You don't have to worry about continuing to ask them every time you do follow up with them or talk to them, because you should be able to just pull it right out. And you can also find the information in back office. And then the second thing that I kind of touched on in my video was obviously keeping your contact information when you send a sample to someone. If you're like me, I love sending samples, especially when I'm doing like a Facebook party. I like to send out samples before the party. That way, the guests can actually smell and see the product. So this is what I use, and I just made this on like Microsoft Word. Hopefully you'll be able to see that okay. It just says name, address, and the date sent. And then I made sure to leave a pretty good sized space in between each of these. That way I can kind of write a note. I can write down like what scent I sent them, and if there's any notes like certain scents that they like or dislike. And then the third thing is the outside order form. Now you don't have to use this because obviously you have your regular pink zebra order form, but I like to use something like this just for my own record, because these cost me money, the order forms, and these do not cost me anything. So I have just printed up something that has the basic information on it, just like an order form does. That's the name, the address, the email, and then their order. So I leave a space down here to kind of fill out what they ordered. I just keep this on me. If they want a receipt, I am able to fill one of these out. But this is just kind of like, if I want to save money on the order forms. And then the fourth way that I collect customer information is these little forms here, and I keep them on a clipboard at events. And what they look like is this right here. Just basic info, name, address, email, and then down here I've got a little space where I have, you can see that there, a place for them to place a check mark. So if they're interested in hosting a party or ordering or having a fundraiser or whatever, they can just check it off. Then after the event, I can go back and I can take a look at these and figure out what they were interested in, and then take all of their information and put it in back office. So that is what I actually use to take customer information. Any questions so far, Melina?
No, but I did check, and we only get 25 order forms for $5.
Oh, really? Okay, well, I thought it was 50, but that's good to know. So it is 25 order forms for $5. That's even worse than getting 50 for $5, so that's just even more reason to hang on to your order forms. I just prefer using the order forms at parties. Because if somebody, if someone calls and says, hey, Ashley, I need 2 jars of Island Coconut, I'm not just going to go get an order form. For what reason? I'm not going to actually see them until I deliver their product. And if they want a receipt, which chances are they don't, then I can just go back and do an order form. So it's really just, in my opinion, pointless to waste my order form. Probably going to have to skip back for this, but this right here is my big old follow-up box. And like I said, I have a full detail on this on my YouTube channel, but just give you kind of a rundown, it's a file box. It's got a bunch of different files in it that is organized by month. And so what I do, like right now it's March, so what I would do if I had some orders for this month or a party or whatever is I would take all of those paper forms that I have, whether it's an order form or a sample form or whatever, and I'm going to put it in the folder marked March. So I'm going to slide it down in there. So then once April comes along, I'm going to go back to March's folder, pull out all of those orders or contact slips, and I'm going to go through them and follow up with my customers. That way, this is just my way of kind of keeping organized and keeping it all there. That way I can reference back to it. I just find this to be easier, even than going into back office. Because under back office, you can go under like your customer reports or whatever, but I like stuff on paper personally, so I just like to have it in this little handy dandy file box. So that is basically how I keep up with, following up with my customers and keeping their information.
Awesome. Still no questions. I have a quiet group, apparently. But I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So do you have, well, first of all, you said you enter people's information into the back office. So are you just entering them as a customer for I guess under the shopping tab, or are you also putting those people as leads in ZebraReach? Do you use ZebraReach?
I have just recently, honestly, started using ZebraReach within the past few months. It was actually something that I kind of forgot about, which sounds horrible, but I did forget about it because it was fairly new. I don't think there's enough training on ZebraReach as there could be from home office, just my personal opinion. I hope that, they do come out with a little bit more training and talk about it more, because ZebraReach is not something that a lot of people have even heard of. Even as consultants for a few months, I don't really think that they make it a big deal. But me personally, I've started using it, and I find it to be so much easier and simpler and a lot less steps to actually enter the contact information in ZebraReach. Because normally what I would have done is I would have gone into the shopping tab, and basically, I don't know if this is really how you're supposed to do it, but this is just the way that I learned, was I would go in like I'm going to place a customer order, not under a party, just a customer order, and I would enter in all their information, and then I would just save it or hit, continue later or whatever, so their information is saved. But that's a lot of steps. So ZebraReach I have found to be so much easier and simpler and less steps, because you can just simply go into ZebraReach, enter their information one time. You don't have to worry about a password or a username like you do in back office when you enter those orders. And I have found that in back office, it's kind of silly how they have it set up, because we have to enter a username and a password, and I don't think that is going to benefit our customers at all, because then when our customers go to our website to enter an order, they're going to enter their email address, and it's going to match up with a password that I've already made. So I think Zebra might fix that hopefully soon. But no, ZebraReach is awesome, and yeah, fingers crossed. Hopefully they, actually figure that out. But I might, make a phone call or two or an email Colby and tell him, hey,
help us out.
Yeah.
Well, we do have a question. Someone wants to know what ZebraReach is. I'm glad you brought it up, because this is a good training opportunity. So do you want to take it, or do you want me to? I don't.
I'll say what I if you have any other information, follow up with that. But Zebra Reach is in your back office. If you log into your back office, you're beginning at the home page. You're going to have your home tab, your resources, your reports tab, your shopping tab, and then there's actually a tab for Zebra Reach that you just have to click. And it's going to take you to a whole separate part of the website that gives you the opportunity to enter leads. So basically, if you don't know what a lead is just basically your customer contact information. And the reason why I introduced Zebra Reach is because you can actually go in after you enter their information, and you can click if they're a customer who shops, if they're a customer who may want to host a party, or if they're a customer who may want to join to be a consultant. And I think there's an option, Melina, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there's an option to click all three. Is that what you know as well?
I honestly don't know because I have not entered a single person in there. The only leads I have in there are ones that basically requested information through my website.
I see. Okay.
So I would think yes, they probably can do multiple, but I'm not certain.
Okay. The reason why I bring that up is because, say you do have a customer who's ordered from you and you've talked to them about becoming a consultant, or they've, had questions for you, you can click the host portion of that. So basically, anytime Pink Zebra has, a host special or something, they're going to get an email for hosting. You can kind of customize what type of emails they're going to receive. So I'd check it out. It's definitely awesome. Like I said, it's in your back office, and they haven't done a whole lot of training on it. It's something that I may do in the future once I get more familiarized with it, but I don't know. Hopefully, it catches wind and everyone starts using it, because it is a lot simpler.
Yeah, so I did send myself an email the other day using it, I guess, because you can access your customer list in there, like the people who, either you've entered under the shopping tab, or people who've registered on your website and purchased as customers or not, I guess. So I was in there as a customer, so I sent myself an email. I think there's info, like a little picture now about the $50 join codes that we have. So I sent that to myself just to see how quick it sent. And I mean, I got it within, I don't know, maybe 5 to 10 minutes. So it's nice having that. There's a place to put your name as, their consultant, and your email address. And then I think you could add a little, personal note if you wanted to as well. But I really have not, dove into using it on a regular basis.
Yeah, well, it's still new. And like I said, I mean, the way that I learned when I joined was to enter it into back office. And, Zebra Reach is when did they launch that, last spring?
I think so.
I think so too. And, I don't know. Once I get more familiar with it, I do plan on making a video on more back office stuff, but that's definitely in the future, because I only use it for entering leads just because it saves me time, saves me a step. So.
Now I have another follow-up question.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the answer is yes, but I'm not 100% certain. So the people that you're entering in Zebra Reach, are they getting the emails that home office is sending out? Like we get an email at midnight about, the little Easter set that's going on. Are Zebra Reach leads getting that, or do we have to push something out to them? Do you know?
I'm not 100%, but I would assume that, yes, they will get those emails, because entering into Zebra Reach, as far as I understand, is pretty much the same as entering it in the back office, just in a different program. So I would think so. I mean, what would be the point of them, being in Zebra Reach if they wouldn't get an automated email? I'll check on that too, because as far as I know, I'm not really 100% sure. I've got a lot of inquiries on my website where people have requested information, but that always goes to my email, and I always respond from there. So I'm not sure if they're getting those emails, but I would assume so. I would hope so, at least.
Yeah, I might test it as well.
Yeah.
I'll put in my sister's email. I'll put her in as a lead and see if she gets anything. Vicky, if you're still on here, this is being recorded. It'll be in our team page, so you can go back and watch the replay. Okay. So this is like kind of off topic, but we'll talk about it anyways, just because I'm really trying to stay in better touch with my customers. So I am about to I've got a plan in my head for my VIP group. I started a Facebook group a long time ago, like a couple years ago. I started a group with like 20 something people. It's up to like 45 now. And yeah. I'm really going to try and use it, for my VIPs. I want to, I've been trying to share like the Paisleys pick there first. If we find out about a sale in advance, I let them know before I let, anyone on my business page know. So do you have a VIP group, or a customer group on Facebook?
Yep, I do have a VIP group. Just like you, though, I don't have a ton of people in it. I always see these VIP groups with like 600 people, and I wonder, how are they getting that amount of people in their group? Okay, but the reason why they're getting that amount of people in their group is because they are basically forcing their customers to add people without wanting to be added. I'm a huge believer in the tag team's motto about, building relationships with people, and that's what I've been really trying to use my VIP group for. I've really tried to narrow it down to just the people who I've come in contact with, who has been customers and hostesses, and even sometimes people that are interested in joining, I'll just throw them in there. But, I do have a VIP group, and this year, one of my goals with my business was to really work on posting in that group more often, because I have my main Facebook page, my like page or whatever you want to call it, and that's where I post the majority of everything in. But in the VIP group or in a group in general, people are getting the notifications. And so my goal this year is just to really work hard in that VIP group and get a little bit more interaction, because this business is about, building relationships. And like I had mentioned, there's a lot of groups out there where I'm sure every single one of us on here, anyone watching this video, has experienced being added to groups. I've personally been added to groups, the same group, several times in a row, even after I've left the group. And that is just the most annoying thing when it's something you're not interested in. So I try to keep mine upbeat. I try to keep mine not all about Team Zebra too. I think that it's important to interact on a basis that is completely separate from your business. I've been doing some debate questions. The day I posted, the toilet paper roll thing, if you flip it up or if you flip it down for people to choose A or B. Right. I have comments on that. So any interaction is good interaction in those VIP groups, because that's the way that you are, building your business and your relationship with these people, and keeping it not always on Team Zebra is a good thing too, I think. So that is how I run my VIP group, and I just plan to do more stuff in it this year. So.
Yeah, I definitely feel the same way. And I really just, when I have a minute to actually think, I'm just going to go through my customer list and pick out those people, that have been, consistent customers, or people that maybe, they were a good customer and just, life happened or I forgot to follow up properly. And so it's giving me an opportunity to kind of reconnect with some people to say, hey, I'd love to have you in my VIP group. There's some fun stuff happening in here. Yeah. So that's really, over the next couple weeks, I want to try and reach as many people as possible to get them, invited. And when I say invited, not I'm not going to add them to the group until they tell me it's okay. So I want to actually say, hey, can I invite you to join my group? Or, hey, here's the link. I'd love to have you there. Because I think that for me, following up and staying in touch with my customers will be so much easier if they're all hanging out in one place. So I think that's the benefit to having that group.
Yeah.
Because it is tough, I could go through and have everybody's email on file, so that Pink Zebra sends them something, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to buy anything when a sale comes out. But if I can, share something in the group or somehow offer them some type of bundle, like, hey, get this cool Easter set, but then also, let's add on this and this, and it's like a special VIP only price, then, it helps my sales, but it also helps them. They get a discount, they get, more value. So there's just so much more to our business than just selling sprinkles. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff. And, you would think 4+ years later, I'd have it all figured out, but I don't yet. So I'm working on it.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Same here. I'm always coming up with different plans and different ideas, and
Yeah.
I think that's important in this business is you're not going to ever get it right the first time. The first thing you try is probably going to be completely opposite of what you're going to be doing a year later. And I think the main reason why we do lose a lot of people in this type of industry, in this business, in this company, is just because people do give up because the first thing they try doesn't work, and they think, well, it's pointless, it's useless. But I can attest to this, that if you just keep trying new things and do different things and just be consistent in doing that, your company will grow or your business will grow eventually. I can't even tell you the amount of times I have been in a rut, a complete rut. I've questioned whether or not I want to continue going, if I want to continue trying, but that only lasts a couple of weeks or whatever, and then finally I'm just like, okay, I've got to try something new, or a lot of times too, you go back to something you used to do because what you're doing now isn't working. So it's just about, trying new things and seeing what works and what doesn't work, and, once you find something that works, then run with it and keep going.
That's right. Yeah, I can't tell you how many times over the course of the last 7 months when I was working towards Panama that I had to remind myself why I was working so hard, and hopefully this doesn't come out the wrong way, but I really don't, at the end of the day, I know what I did was, it was work, but it doesn't feel like work in the sense that, I was sweating and running all over town and all sorts of stuff. I did a lot of it from this desk right here, because I spent the 3.5 previous years building all those relationships. So it really, when I look over the course of the 7 months, it looks like, wow, that was really easy. I know it wasn't, but there were times where I was like, I'm doing this for Panama. I'm doing this for Panama. And, and I did have to change up how I did things and, learn new ideas. So it wasn't like I just could do everything that I had always done, because this was a whole new experience getting to earn this trip. So you're constantly learning and changing. And I think what really has made such a big difference for me, and I would assume you're probably going to feel the same way, is I'm constantly learning new stuff. And I do try and do something for my business every single day, even if it's something, small. Because like you said, consistency. And it's just little actions every day, because, many of us don't have, several hours a day to work our business. We have, jobs, or we are stay-at-home moms and we have, children that require attention. And I think of Shea Sorensen, and she's like a farmer or something. And, we all have other stuff going on, but just these little actions, even if it's just reaching out to one customer or reaching out to one person to ask them to host a party, over time, that really adds up. There was not a question in there. I just said a whole bunch of stuff.
You're completely right about that. It's little stuff. I think a lot of times we get so caught up in thinking, we've got to we've got to spend hours doing something to work on our business, or we've got to spend a lot of money, or I see a lot of new consultants, going to the post office and sending out, 30 samples, $40 worth, and I'm thinking, slow down and, really think about if the certain things you're doing is worth it. Like, I was one of those people too. I used to send out gobs and gobs of samples, but now I only send them out to people who I actually know are genuinely interested in. But my point for this is just saying that you don't have to do big things like that in order to make small impacts on your business. I have an example, actually. I have a customer that I recently met who she was in love with the scent Rugged Guy. And silly old me gave her a sample of it about maybe 2.5 weeks ago. And she wanted to order it. I go into back office, and I just figured out that Rugged Guy was discontinued. I don't know how I missed that. But she ordered some other scents, and a couple weeks later, boom, Rugged Guy is now in the outlet store. I'm not sure if it's still available or not, but I messaged her, and I said, hey, your Rugged Guy is actually in back office. It's at a discounted price. Do you want me to order one for you? And so she ordered one, and she got really sick recently. Well, she wasn't able to meet up with me for her order, and her grandma actually lives 2 roads past mine. And I went to take her order to her grandmother's house because her husband just coincidentally was at her grandma's house that day. And I told her grandma, this is for, her name is Karina. So I said, this is, sprinkles for Karina. And she's like, well, what is this? And I'm not going to lie, like, a lot of elderly people, she's like 80 years old. And I always have the assumption that, people of that age, they're not usually interested in it. I just think about my grandma. She's got really horrible allergies, so she doesn't really care about candles and stuff. So I need to stop, but I always have the assumption that, these older people are not going to care about this product because they're already past that stage in their life. But she was telling me how obsessed she was with wax warmers and candles. And so today I actually was able to make her own samples of some floral scents that she liked and a catalog. When my husband got off work, I said, hey, I'm running down the street to take this lady some samples, stay with the kids, and that's what I did for my business today. It wasn't anything huge. It was just one little thing, but, she can turn into a customer for me, which is obviously the goal. So just small stuff like that. That was a really long story to get to a tiny little point. Sorry about that.
That's okay. That's my life.
Just being all over the place. This is why when I make my videos, I don't do live very often because, I can talk for days, girl. But yes, just little steps can make a really big impact because she may place $150 order tomorrow. You never know.
Yeah, that's true. You don't know. We got a comment. Heidi says, I love that you two are being so honest. You tend to get a lot of sugarcoating. We need to hear this. Girl, I don't sugarcoat. I'm always real. And now with Ashley, I'm extra real. So
yeah,
we should have our own YouTube channel. Real Talk with Ashley and Marina.
I can put it on the screen now.
Oh, good. Good. Yeah, this is amazing. Like, I need to send you a picture of what it looks like. So if you ever want to do this, the whole little portal, like I've got you and I've got me, and then I have a box that shows what my people see. And then you can change it up. I can have just me. I can have me with you in a little box. I can have us side by side. I can have you as the main person with me in a little box, or just you. It's just you right now. So it's pretty cool. And then all the comments from Facebook are listed. And I can even interact with them. I can comment, as well. So it's pretty cool.
I think I can send them here to write a message. This is an awesome app. But yes, Heidi, is that your laptop?
No, that's my iPad.
You're on your laptop.
Oh, yeah. I'm on my laptop.
But yeah, in this company, Heidi, and anything Excel, you have to be honest. I don't know. Like, I try to be honest with my own videos. I try to be honest when I talk to other people because there's nothing worse than, a direct seller with any company constantly trying to add people on their team and make it sound like it's just so easy. And I've used this term, but I hate the term, the product sells itself. The product does sell itself in a sense, but you also have to sell yourself. When I am, selling Pink Zebra or whatever, I try not to sell Pink Zebra. I want to sell myself. I want to sell my customer service overall. And one of the questions that, Melina had asked me to touch on a little bit, why is follow-up so important? And this kind of goes into what we're talking about here with, being honest, is it's important to follow up with your customers because you want to have the best customer service. You want to have those sales. And if you're not following up with your customers, they could easily go to a different consultant who is actually spending time on them and investing in them as a customer. So when you're just trying to get people on your team and telling them, the product sells itself, there's no selling involved, well, that's not 100% true. And that's something that I like to tell people, if they're interested in joining my team, because I would hate for someone to join my team and it not be up to their expectations. But then on the selfish side of me, I don't want to lose them as a good customer either, because, they're going to join my team. They're not going to do anything because there's a lot of work involved and they may not have the time or the energy or the desire to work that hard, and then I've just lost them as a customer. So, when you are trying to get people on your team, being honest like this, I think, is the best policy. So.
I agree. And even though it is hard work, it's still nothing compared to, going to get a part-time job at Target. And when we say like it is work, it's meaning you can't just sit here and share your website and just wait for orders to come in, because that's just not how it works. The work is you getting out there and sharing. So, yep. Well, this was awesome. We don't have any other questions. Does anybody want to ask any questions? I think Heidi might be the only one hanging out with us right now, and that's okay. They'll come back and watch the replay. But I appreciate your time.
We should have done like $1,000 prize that anyone watching, and no one would win right now, and then they'd feel really dumb for not watching our video.
But then I'd have to give away $1,000, and I just wrecked my car. Oh, that would be fun. Oh, you guys missed it. Ashley and I gave a car away. No, we had a couple people on here, and then things got real. People just, they were like, bye. No, I'm kidding. Facebook Lives they're hit or miss. But I've had some people join and then fall off. We did have Dancing with the Stars to compete with, so that could be why our numbers were down. And I love Dancing with the Stars, so I might have to rethink the time that I do this every week, because I don't want to miss my Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
But anywho, well, I'll download this when we're done, and I'll upload it to YouTube and send you the link so you can see just how cool we look talking to each other and my team. But I appreciate you.
Sounds good. You cut out just a second. I can say you were going to upload it to YouTube.
Yes, and then I'll send you the link so you can see how cool we look. And now, I owe you, so whenever you want me to come talk to your team, you pick the topic.
So thank you for introducing it to me. I hope they stay free forever, because there's not a lot of good apps like this. It was super easy to use. The reason why I was just a teeny tiny bit later was because I forgot to download the app. I know you said to download it, and then at, 7 6:55. I was like, oh, I need to go on that video, and I clicked the link, and yeah, I had to download it. But it was like 20-second download, so pretty cool. Now we have 0 viewers. Yay! We must have had someone on there. Unless you've dropped off Dancing with the Stars.
No, I'm still here. I didn't leave for Dancing with the Stars yet.
Good.
All right. Well, thank you again, and I'll click the end broadcast button. But I do really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us.
Cool. Well, I really appreciated the invite.
My husband's here.
I really appreciate the invite, and I enjoyed talking to everybody, and I will see y'all later.
All right.
Bye,
Jason. You're so funny.
You sound excited.
What?
He sounds what?
Excited?
Yes.
Oh, I just need my car keys.
No, he just needs his car keys because I'm driving his car. You know, men, they only come and talk to you when they need something. All right. Well, bye again.
Bye.